Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare ancient Roman pork collar stew from the 8th book of the Re Cucinaria. We start with ingredients. We need pork collar, red wine, garum, defritum, black pepper, leek and dill. We cook the pork collar with wine and garum, adding a leek and a bundle of dill. Roman sources mention 3 types of leeks: porri capitati, which were cultivated to grow a large head; porri maturi, which were similar to the leeks we have today; and porri sectivi, which were harvested very young. The Romans used even younger leeks than ours, but this one was the smallest that we had in our garden. If you have younger leeks, tie them in a bundle with the dill as the author intended. The combination of leek and dill, sometimes with the addition of cilantro, is typical of ancient Roman cuisine and can be found in many recipes. In this case, the bundle of leek and dill only serves to add flavor to the stew and isn't intended to be eaten. However, if you prefer, you can finely mince them after cooking and serve them with the meat. This recipe, like others for pork in the Re Cucinaria, is for the whole deboned pig. We have used only a piece, but choose the cut you prefer. We suggest a cut that isn't too lean for optimal results. The author recommends parboiling the meat before cooking it in the mixture of wine and garum, but you can skip this step without making substantial changes. In any case, you'll need a good amount of liquid, since the preparation is very long, taking at least a couple of hours. Garum may be substituted with a Southeast Asian fish sauce, ancient muria, colatura di alici or 2 pinches of salt. You can find the links to the recipes for garum and muria in the description below. This dish is called Porcellus frontinianus. Although the recipe mentions Frontinus, it remains unclear who this person is. However, there was a general and consul with this name, who was born in Gallia Narbonensis in the 1st century. Frontinus was also a civil engineer, as well as the author of treatises on military subjects and aqueducts. Halfway through cooking, we add the defritum. Defritum is a concentrated grape juice boiled down by half. It is very easy to prepare. Crush some grapes in the mortar, strain the juice through a sieve, and cook at low heat. To know more about ancient food, we recommend our book, Ancient Roman Cooking. The book not only includes recipes, but also information on ingredients, sources, methods of processing and preserving food in the antiquity, description of ancient meals and banquets, and more. Additionally, on our Patreon page, you can find articles and translations of historical sources, including the full text of the Re Cucinaria. For those curious about the use of herbs and vegetables in historical cooking, we suggest reading early Italian recipes, vegetables, fruit, herbs, and flowers. If you're interested in the transition between ancient and medieval cooking, read the Observazione Ciborum, early medieval recipes at the court of the Franks. To know more about medieval cuisine, check out Libro della Cucina, Medieval Tuscan Recipes, and Registrum Coquine, a medieval cookbook. To support our work, you can also buy us a beer and purchase our merchandise. You can find all the links in the description below. When the meat is cooked through, we remove it from the cooking liquid and serve it sprinkled with pepper. The flavor was incredible, rich with the sweet and intense aroma of wine and defritum, and spicy with pepper, with just a hint of dill and leek. We paired this amazing stew with a pulse and a salad of chickpeas and green beans. Another great option is to serve it with a chard dressed with mustard. This pork stew is easy to prepare and perfect as a main course for an ancient banquet, allowing you to experience the simple refinement of our ancestors' feasts. You find the links to the recipes in the description below. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.